To have a coalition that includes someone like Tim Walz and Kristi Noem, I mean, today in 2025, that feels impossible, right? I think many of us are looking at the political landscape in America today and saying there's no scenario where Kristi Noem and Tim Walz will agree on anything or work together on anything. But what you're saying is that only 11 years ago, they were doing that and you were part of it, which is pretty cool. But I'm curious, what do we need to do to get our leaders working together like that again?
I think that there's always something you can find some commonalities in, right? I feel like motivation mapping people, although it sounds creepy, is really important. So knowing what are the things that make them tick, right? For Kristi Noem, it was that she really does love to hunt. She loves pheasants. Saving sod was really important, not only for her family's kind of outdoor experience, but also for the economy of South Dakota. And so I think framing is really important on how you're approaching those conversations. I think the other part is just being a human and showing up. I think it's really easy to stay in our corners and not have conversations with people that you might not think that you're going to agree with anything on. But the reality is that people are still people. And so I think it's just like being willing to actually take the meeting, take the time, get a hold of people, right? It's a kind of harkens back to that example of me moving back to Montana to lead Montana conservation voters. It didn't scare me in the sense of picking up the phone to call our former Republican governor, Mark Roscoe, to say, hey, will you help me with this democracy issue around like the judiciary? And he was really excited to talk about it, right? And protect the Constitution. Because I think that there are still issues that we can work together on, and also kind of being able to stay focused on that and not all of the other things that you might disagree on.